Okay, so let's do a purchase order from within the app. So on the bottom of the app, just going across the tabs, we have our labor, we have our purchase orders, deliveries, and our settings. So let's go to purchase orders and we'll press the big blue button, the plus button on the bottom right. So first things first, we add the supplier. So I can search for my supplier here. In this case, let's do a search for that. Okay, I'll select that supplier. Next is pick the contact from that suppliers that we want to send an email to, or we can just select that we don't want to send an email, we're standing at the counter, so I'll do that in this case. Other than that, we'll get a list of all the available reps that we can send this to. Okay, we'll pick the project that it's going to, so this is the test project, and I'm going to select the first phase of that project. Okay. So you'll see at the top left is generated a purchase order number. So that's coming from the 3 represents the project ID. The 1 represents the phase of that project. And the 26 then is the 26th order, purchase order to leave from that phase. Okay, next one down is cost type. So we get 4 options. It's a materials order, a subcontract, machinery, or another cost. So in this case, it's materials. We can add a photograph, so a photograph being something that's on your phone, a picture of a list, a picture of a quotation that you may have got for the purchase order, so something as a reference, and that will be sent with the purchase order if you email it to your rep. Driver instructions for delivery, we can add that in there. It'll automatically generate the project address based on what's in the main application. Any internal comments, we can pop them in there. Next one is we start adding our items, so we can manually add items. Just pop in the quantity and descriptions and the prices. In this case, we'll use the catalog. So this is coming from the desktop then of what's available. So it'll show us the catalogs for what's available for this supplier. Okay. So press add from catalog, and in this case, I want this catalog here, and I can search up in the top right there. Just press search. So in this case, I'm looking for dry lining, so I can just search for that term and it'll find all the dry lining terms that we have in our catalog. So if we want this, we can select that, pop in the quantity we want, confirm, and that's now added the line item to the purchase order. So in this case, because we're just standing at the counter, we can pass the purchase order number to the teller on the desk, and they'll pop that onto the invoice number for us to give us a reference. So in this case, we'll just mark it as sent. And because we're standing at the counter, we can add a delivery now. Other than that, we would just add a delivery as in the delivery video, but we can add a delivery here in the same action. Okay, so we'll just do that. And we're saying it's a complete delivery. We can add a photograph of the docket that it's associated with. Log that delivery. Okay, so if we go back to our purchase order index, then we'll see that we have 1 purchase order out there. It's in a delivered state because we have the materials, and we can see it's not sent. It was at the counter, what amount it was sent for, what date it was sent for. So this purchase order only really exists on our application. It's not on other phones. It's really only for us. And you'll notice that these will disappear as they're dealt with in the office. So once this is invoiced from the supplier and has been approved from the office, it'll disappear from your app. So much like a delivery, that this delivery, once it's seen by the administration in the office and they approve that delivery, it will disappear from the app. So keeping the app nice and clean, you're really only dealing with what's on your plate at the moment.